live. We weren't live on your end, were we?
What? No, we weren't live.
Okay.
You have the only
Great.
you have the only live button. I'm pretty sure.
I thought you could stream from your side last week, no?
Yeah, it can. Whenever you hit it, like then it goes
Oh, okay.
live on mine. I gotta make sure
Cool.
my volume is turned down.
Hi guys, Carla Morrow, DragonLady here.
And Alan Childers, aka Chili Draws, or Chili, just Chili, or whatever,
Just chill.
whatever you want to call me.
Whatever we want to call you, huh?
Right.
I mean, is there a limit on that? Can I call you whatever I want?
No.
Trying to figure out how to. There we go.
So I've been loving Substack. John, the Summerall has like I don't know, the vibe is just so interesting over there because you can like really tailor your feed to what you want to see.
Nice.
And it's been pretty fun. As far as like reach and people are interacting with work and stuff like that. Um, I did read something that Summerall posted about like how the algorithm has been more changing a little bit to be less of a newsletter platform and more of a social media platform, and like some of that may not be good changes, but as far as some intent and purposes, I think it can be good. It just as long as the entire vibe doesn't completely go away there, because I think the vibe over there is like long format content is still viable and still like pretty cool.
Yeah. Have you been sending out newsletters?
No, not yet. I still haven't come up with. I got to come up with a cool name. It might just be the Chili Substack or something like that, or Chili's newsletter, or Sketch Jam with Chili or something like that.
Yeah, I thought you'd come up with something. You had a
I,
couple of things.
I did, but I'm an indecisive person, so you know shit
Hello, I'm Carla. I'm also an indecisive person.
shit happens.
It's a good thing I put that disclaimer. Hooray!
Oh, sorry. We
No,
promised to
I'm
keep it
really
more.
sorry. That's why I put the disclaimer on it.
I'm gonna keep it more PG-13 this time, folks. I realized that I am a dirty sailor veteran, or not a sailor. I've never been a sailor, but actually, I've been like I was stationed near quite a few sailors. Um, no, but I think any branch of the military just teaches you to cuss
Sailor.
um, like a sailor. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I was such a goody two shoes growing up. I don't think I started cussing until middle school. And
I don't
then
believe it. I don't believe it.
once I started, I couldn't stop. I remember being in band. We were, I think, getting ready for a concert. And I want to say my reed cracked. And I yelled a string of obscenities. And everybody around me, like, stopped and looked at me and went, "Oh my God, I've never seen you cuss." And then once I hit high school, it was just like no holds bar. And it's funny because I influence other people. If I'm around you long enough and I'm cussing, you too will start cussing more.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
Yo, big time, big time. Like it's funny when my family gets together, and by the time I leave, my mother and my sister like every other word is a curse word. Such a terrible
So
influence
you're a
on
bad.
people.
You blame me all the time, but you're a bad influence.
I completely am. I'm glad I'm not alone in being a bad influence. See, it's really bad because we influence each other, and that's never good. Or it's all good, one of the two. I enjoy it. It's funny because I've had such a like a professional persona with the art stuff for so long, and I'm like, I'm so ready to cut loose and stop giving a turd. So
Start
I,
giving turd.
I'm
Stop
not
giving a turd or start giving
stop
turds.
stop giving turd. I don't give a shit anymore, and I'm trying to just not, I don't know, be looser, be more relaxed. And if that means that I cuss more often, then you know what? So be it. I am trying to avoid the F bomb because I know that's problematic, but
Yeah. No F bombs. No F bombs.
idiot. I don't know. I just want to be more relaxed when I do art stuff. And
That sounds like a plan. That's the only way to be, right? When you do art stuff, relax. Just,
right?
I think when you're like worried about stuff or I don't know,
Yeah.
sometimes art can relax you too. Like just the fact of doing it and stuff can be like, relax you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's what we hope, right? Like I've been trying to sketch more along, with your sorry, y'all. You're talking about along with Sumrow's Substack. I've been trying to work in my sketchbook more in general. I'm so not a sketcher. I'm just like if I sit down and work, I'm sitting down to work seriously, and I need to paint a
Yeah,
painting.
you're a
Wow.
methodical, planned out art piece maker.
Well, that's just my life, and I think that's part of why I had burnout so bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah.
but then on the other spectrum is me who does nothing but sketches constantly and has like, just a metric shit ton of sketchbooks that don't see the light of day and don't have nothing happens with them.
I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
No, it's not, but like if you want to move into like you have to have I think you have to have like a business minded or a peace minded like brain. Like you have to know where your piece is going a little bit sometimes before, not all the time. Like
Yeah.
I really don't know where this is going, but like to know it's going to be like marketable and to know that it's going to be like a good piece that you're going to want to make into like a print or something that you want to sell or pitch to somebody,
Yeah.
it's like making art with intention versus just like, you know, flowing with it, like surfing, like I surf.
Right. So are you saying like if we could come up with like the perfect balance between the two of us, it would be ideal? Is that what's going on here?
Well, I think column A, a little column B, you just,
Yeah.
I think sketching is important for keeping yourself loose and
Yeah.
keeping ideas fresh and things not being static in your brain, but also like knowing that you can do tightly controlled work and like produce a certain level of quality. That's pretty, that's you gotta know that shit too. You gotta be
Yeah.
able to drive both cars and sometimes I just don't like I can get in the professional car, but I don't know where all the buttons are.
Fair enough.
I might grind the stick shift a little bit. I use a lot of analogies.
And that's okay. Okay, I am in my new studio space, and I am quickly realizing that I don't have missing tools.
You don't have what?
I don't have some tools that I usually use.
Oh, oh my goodness. You know what? You're on your phone, right? You should just give everybody a little studio tour real quick.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, we do. We want to see your studio tour. We want behind the
You're
scenes,
gonna
Carla.
miss my camera. Fine, fine.
We want
Alrighty,
to know
so
the location.
this is ASL. That's a throwback. Okay, so this is the studio space, and that's where all of my tools and stuff are. I brought most of my tools with me. Let's see. These are all gouache um, and acrylics. There's acrylics. These are acrylics.
Gouache.
Those are gouache. Yes, books. more paint, my palette, business related stuff, colored pencils. These are, paint where you show what color of paint. Swatches, that's the word I'm looking for.
Watchies.
Swatches. These are my watercolor swatches, all 200 of them.
Jesus.
Watercolor paints.
Does that help making swatches? I don't think I've ever
Oh
made.
yeah, absolutely. So these are gouache and metallics. These are the other gouache. These are the Nicker poster paints. I know I was gonna make you laugh. That was my goal. And then my watercolor. So when I create a watercolor palette, I usually pull out the paint chips.
Why is that funny, Joe?
So and those are all my these are so drawers and drawers and drawers of watercolors because that's what I painted in for so long. And that's never gonna go back in.
Are you liking moving away from watercolor, or is it like
there's the turtles? Yeah, it's different. It's different. So and then this is the gallery space. I have to go turn the light on.
Yay!
So this is in a local tea shop, Ruidoso, called Craft Tea Sisters. And I've put up walls, and then I've hung artwork. I brought in some originals today. So there's the owl.
Oh, so sweet.
And the lion. And I just added, it's hard to see on the camera, but I just added little opals to the lion and the highlights of the eyes and some of the stars.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Oh my. And there's the tiger, speaking of which. The bear is currently being framed. So I've got banners and prints. The rest of the tea shop is kind of dark, but it's a double building. And there's my other wall that I need to add prints to. And there's the sitting area. That's the tea area. She's got a little conference room next to mine. That's my studio.
That's a really cool setup. I like that. That's really sweet. That's a great opportunity to just have your work on display and need a little sign that says "Don't bother the artist" or something. But
we're working on. I don't know if we're going to install a door, but I'm going to definitely get a children's gate to keep kiddos out while I'm not here.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
But I like that there's a little there's a window looking in, so I can keep that open and people can watch while I paint.
Oh yeah.
Voyeur creepy style, which I'm totally cool with.
Yeah, that's kind of sweet.
So it's a really neat space. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, and it's a space that you could easily transition into maybe hosting a paint and sip kind of thing, or doing a workshop, or any kind of those little open house gallery things.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people ask if I would do drawing on the right side of the brain, so I'll probably do that maybe after March. And I do want to do a sketch jam.
Oh, you're stealing my ideas.
You're right. Whatever. I was running sketch jams before.
Sketch jams are low key. Sketch jams are low key. They're really a great way to get people just like we're doing now. You just conversate and draw at the same time. Most artists spend a lot of time in their own heads, in their own little caves of creativity, and I think the sketch jams add a little bit of a social aspect to it. Drink and draws too. I think that Summer House Discord, as far as being able to connect with artists, has helped me immensely. So
yeah, definitely. Well, she can't serve alcohol, but we can do tea. And I'll have a gallery opening probably sometime in March. I need to decide dates and get to dress up all fancy and have people over and share work. And
there you go. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe quarterly doing some kind of release series release as I finish certain pieces of art or finish series of art, stuff like that. So
Nice. Nice. And you're moving into like a fine art, almost mystical kind of fine art direction.
yeah, it's interesting because I set up my booth and everything that's on the walls here is what I have on my booth, but I don't really spend a whole heck of a lot of time like looking at the work.
Mm-hmm.
And here I'm because I'm here anyway for various meetings and stuff like that. I've got a creative group that meets on Thursdays. I've got Artist Way group that meets on Tuesday. But actually seeing my work like blown up like that, it's interesting to see the difference between the watercolor and the digital.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like I'm happy to be moving into traditional again, but there's part of me that misses the digital because the work is so clean.
Right.
And I
Right.
feel like I can't, like I've lost steadiness in my hands because of the working digitally for so long and stuff like that. So it's,
I don't know. For some reason, like especially for like a person who like in the field that I've been chasing for so long, I'd been seeing like, digital art just dominate. And now that, with the rise of AI, it just kind of feels like, I guess I should check chat. It kind of feels like the more like artists are going into. Hi, Renee. Artists are going into more of a back to traditional. They're
Mhm.
dusting off some old skills. They're investing in having that physical product, and I think that's cool. But now I'm like, oh great. So like, let me just switch gears back to which really I should have just always kept brushed up on digital skills, because I think my traditional work is a little bit stronger than even my digital, because I'm slower and I think through my creative process more with
Right.
traditional. But yeah,
I definitely
so
can tell a difference in like the line
now I'm
art.
like, what the hell am I gonna do?
I can tell a difference between your traditional and line and digital stuff for sure, and I'm a bigger fan of your sketch stuff
Oh, thank you.
for sure.
Well, it's okay. So here's the thing: it's really hard to get sketch work up to a level where people are going to pay as much as they will for an oil painting or something like that. So
Oh, of course, of course.
I think it's one of those things where I just have to like double down on like learning like all the skills that I need to learn in traditional to be effective. Um, I don't know. But,
That's a wide gambit.
but then we go into making art for art's sake versus like just making
Art
it
versus product art.
to be a professional artist.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and there's something to be said about like heart art. Like I'm working on a personal piece now that I probably won't show anybody.
Hmm.
Um, because it's just a strictly personal piece.
Right.
Um, but you do have to pay the bills and you have to
Yeah. Yeah.
figure out like where you're going to go and what makes you happy and
Yeah.
try to find symbionts of happiness no matter what you're doing. So you don't want to just make work for production purposes, but
Right. 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 I think that's why I'm happy where I'm at, like being like having a career that's like art. It doesn't pay very much money, but it's art adjacent.
mm-hmm.
Those who can't do teach kind of thing. So, um,
But you can do too.
it keeps me connected to creativity and to like um, learning art in a way, and so that I don't feel afraid to like try different things or do different things, and if I
Yeah.
it just keeps me in place where I'm always connected to art, always connected to like being able to try new things. So
Yeah, I definitely lost my train of thought is what I just did. Shoot. You want to learn the media enough that it's no longer a hindrance.
right.
And I am running into that a little bit of I'm changing styles, I'm changing mediums, and I'm changing business structure.
Oh
And
yeah, you're doing a trifecta.
yeah, as a dear friend of mine pointed out, nothing in your life is stable right now. No wonder you're in freak out mode a lot. I went, oh
A
yeah, huh,
lot.
a lot. Freak out mode a lot. And I was like, nope, you're right. But yeah, the the fantasy work was doing okay, just not as much as I would like.
Mm-hmm.
And I do miss doing wildlife. Like I started in wildlife. I did wildlife right out of the gate, 20 something years ago now. And I chose to go into fantasy because I like fantasy. I'm a fantasy nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do miss the fine art world. That's kind of where I was
Yeah.
brought up.
You have such a good attention to detail with like um realism. Like I almost think like you could even venture into scientific illustration pretty easily. Uh, as
I
far
don't know.
as like uh breaking into possibly that field, as far as that goes.
I thought about doing medical illustration for a while, but you have to have like a scientific degree and an art degree.
Really?
Um, yes. Now I don't know about medical illustration. And I painted so many damn flowers. Oh crap.
There you go.
It's not a stretch, but
Who's gonna stop you from making your own little Arizona flower book?
New Mexico flower book. Hello.
I don't know. The 3 Point Perspective podcast. I think it was one of their older ones, but they were talking about like making products and stuff at one point in time, and even not even a product, just project, being
Yeah,
project
that
oriented, and
Jake.
that really resonated with me, um, so much so that I actually wrote a children's book. It's still in the kind of first reader rough draft phase. Like I need to go through and have a few read throughs and then actually send it to an editor. But because I need to do the storyboarding on it and stuff like that, and probably like a lot of edits. But that project was the first thing that like, oh, I could be a like children's book author, and I've seen other people in the education field transfer over into children's books as well.
Hmm.
Uh, I just I don't know if that would be something that would be interesting or a natural transition for me, but I think it might. It just
Well, did you
have
enjoy
to leave
writing
behind that. Just have to leave behind the epic fantasy kind of like dream, but
it?
or not leave it behind. Just maybe just work on it on the side, but not invest like that into my. Well, it's always like the thing that you're interested in is like sometimes is not the thing that you should be like investing your business attention to. I don't know. It's
I
all
don't, I don't know if I totally agree with that because I think there's a small niche of well, it's not even that small anymore, but you're starting to see more and more nerd based, and I am a nerd, children's books out there.
you play a
There's
lot of WoW.
I I don't play that much. Oh my gosh. I play maybe 4 to 6 hours a week. You know what?
Oh my god, jeez.
And that's just because a new X pack is going to drop. And frankly, the last 2 times I've logged in, I really didn't want to play. And the other night I died so many times, I was just frustrated. So you know what? Shut your pie hole.
You know, every time I think about Carla, it's like, I'm like, I wonder what Carla's doing. Oh, she's either making art or playing WoW.
You make me sound so two-dimensional. There's more to me than that. I can't think of anything right now, but there's more. Shut up. Seriously, I don't play WoW until after 8 p.m. anyway.
Oh my gosh.
How did we get on WoW? I didn't even want to talk about WoW. Look, my point was that there is a very small niche of people doing like nerd or fantasy based children's books. And
Yeah.
one of the biggest selling books within the last few years as far as picture books goes was Dragons Love Tacos.
Oh yeah, I love that one. Yeah, there is too, and like you know, Travis Hansen does like some really great stuff with Life of the Party and things like that. That kind of branches off into like almost into comic strip territory, but he produces a lot of actual books too, and products. Actually, I think that was the episode of 3 Point Perspective I was watching whenever that they were talking about that, but they talk about that a lot. But
I know, like I brought it up last week, and I don't even remember if it was on stream or if it was before stream. But you know, doing your children's book and then having a small D&D supplemental for kids.
Yeah.
You know, like D&D for 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds. I mean, that's
well, I think I would use an easier system than D&D if I were going to gamify it. I'd just make it like I do a little D6 system that they could.
Yeah. And I think
real simple.
I think we
like 2D6 system or something.
Yeah, I think we had talked in the past about doing children's books that fit into that world. I mean, it could be a whole IP, you know?
Yeah.
So
I just want to do the story justice right now. It's like branching it off into multiple products. It's like I kind of just want to do the story justice right now. But yeah, like those are great ideas as far as like further marketing for it. It's like
right. Well, that's how
even just like even advertising marketing as like making a game for it as an advertisement would be kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of Onward a little bit, you know, the Disney Pixar movie, like Onward. I love that the vibe of that movie, like just like that epic questing.
I don't know how I usually work is I like with the big projects, you know, I decide what kind of project I want to do. So the Oracle decks, I decided I wanted to do an Oracle deck, and then I figured out the theming, and then I broke it down into steps from there. So, you know, I get what you're saying about wanting to start with the story, and I definitely agree on that front. But I think, you know, figuring out having a plan for an overarching decision.
Yeah. Maybe breaking it down like, okay, what can we do? What can you do with this?
Yeah.
Overall, you could do, you know, coloring books, a game, you know, an activities book that's like, you know, TTRPG inspired.
Yeah, I think all those are viable. And even if you just keep, you know, the story is going to carry no matter what. As you said, if you have a good story, you can make that into a TTRPG. You can make it into a board game. You can make it into a collectible card set. You can make it because the story is solid.
Yeah, but a lot of TTRPGs are about fighting, and this is more about like it does have a fantasy aspect to it, but it's less about fighting and more about like using like the story itself is more about like when not to fight, when to like okay, there's a dragon in the story, like producing this, you know, magic eating mist, and you know, and Honey Fuzz, you know, uses his slightly used magic carpet to go look for the dragon, or go look for what's happening to the magic in the swamp, and finds that the dragon's actually in trouble and needs help.
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's not about defeating something. It's about it's about like saving something, or
Yeah. Well, the
something like
adventure of it.
that. Like you
You
can
know?
gamify that too. It just
Yeah. Having that adventure, that's the big part of it. Yeah, I mean,
oh yeah. Well, and I've got like a cast of characters. Like I got Princess Tangles, which is a kind of a play off of Rapunzel.
mhm.
And I've got Glitchbot and a couple other one. I might add that hedge. I might see about that hedge knight. Add that hedge knight in there. I think that would be
Yeah,
kind of
that sketch was super cute.
yeah.
I like it a lot.
So and then I've got the little Baba Yaga huts that walk around and hand out free books. Like they're like little
Oh,
free library with chicken legs.
that's what you were working on last week, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I like it a lot.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just think there's more that can be done with it, but without like as long as you're doing what you enjoy doing,
Right,
like
right.
don't follow in somebody else's footsteps. And I know that's something that I struggle with too is, well they're making money doing XYZ, then I should be doing XYZ, and that's not
Right, right. Just
necessarily good for me. The artists that I've always like super admired have been people like Stephanie Law and Ruth Thompson and some of these other guys that like they bent the market around them.
oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, they in a lot of cases they created the market that
Hmm.
they established themselves in. Like they learned how to dominate it
Yeah,
and
exactly.
market strategically, and just like struck while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like timing too, I think. Uh,
Eh,
hey Azure.
Yes, if you show up and you're always there, though, the timing will eventually be right.
Azure took me to and Azure and Ryan took me to Eastside Cafe the other day in Girard, and it was the bomb.
Nice. That's
It was
awesome.
it was so good. I had leftovers, and then I had it this morning too. So
Nice.
it was so good.
Tasty. Tasty. I had a I had a lunch with my buddies today. We went to Comal, which is a Mexican restaurant, and they have mole enchiladas. So they have enchiladas made with mole sauce, and oh my god, it's so good. Oh,
Ooh, making red cabbage tortillas for tomorrow. Oh my gosh.
nice.
They invited me to hang out with their friend group's Taco Tuesday. So I'm like
Yeah.
going to go eat tacos tomorrow.
That
And
sounds
I'm
like
going to
fun.
have to cook them. Like, this is actually probably going to get me back into cooking, which I did make pork chops and mac and cheese last night, but that's like
Okay.
for Angelia and I, my daughter
Yeah.
Angelia.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Awesome.
like we had this dish called black bean sweet potato nachos, and I think
Oh,
it would go over fairly well at Taco Tuesday night. So
that sounds pretty darn tasty.
yeah,
It also sounds very white. I can say that I live in New Mexico.
black bean
We
sweet
have
potato nachos.
we have
Come on.
real Mexican food here.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got the authentic.
Yeah, it is. We have such a good food here. If I ever leave, I gotta come back for green chili season. Oh, I like it when my food burns at both ends, baby.
We have some pretty good Mexican restaurants here in town that are.
Nah, you just
Pretty
think you do.
tasty. El Caballo's like really good, and yeah.
Okay.
You're like, okay, you know, like
Okay. If you think so, then you're more than
if you
welcome to
think
try it.
so. You know, it's about people, right? People who cook that, and not actual geographic location.
It depends. If you're using green chili, it better be grown in New Mexico because anything else is not as good. They haven't been kissed by the sweet, sweet son of Hatch.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, no. Most of the green
Getting
chili,
deep
not
in here.
most, but a good chunk of the chili varieties were actually created at NMSU, which is located in Las Cruces. So not only do we grow the green chili, we
Oh
make it.
fuck.
That's right. Damn
Oh
Skippy.
fuck.
Good shit. Oh
And now
god.
I'm dropping F bombs. Thanks a lot, Carla.
Hey, I have not dropped a single F bomb. That's it. Just because your food is subpar to New Mexico's food, that's not my fault.
Oh jeez. Oh
That's
man.
not my fault. I'm such a Mexican food snob, I know. Well, New Mexico Mexican food. We have our own special. Yeah, I love the food here. Clearly I'm a foodie if you've ever seen me.
So have you been watching anything, like any shows or anything, new shows or anything?
I'm almost through season 8 of Dexter.
Well, there you go. I've been doing my daughter and I are watching Once Upon a Time.
Oh,
Uh,
cool. I gotta
and we're
finish
almost
that
through
too.
the entire series.
Nice.
And then I've been doing I'm on season 1 of Smallville, doing a Smallville rewatch
Nice.
because I actually never got to the point I'd stopped watching it by the time Lois Lane got on there. So I kind of wanted to go back and like catch the entire series. So I'm watching the series.
Nice.
And then so the creators of, I don't know if you've been watching this, but the creators of The Beauty on Hulu are like, this is a comic book I got at a local convention here in
Oh, nice.
yeah, Jeremy Hahn and Jason Hurley concepted the Beauty, and they had a run on Image, but they're creating their own imprint now called their own publishing house or whatnot called Ignition Press, and they both signed it, and they are really cool guys, and they're local, like they're both out of Joplin and stuff, so it's really cool to have local creators like just hit it big like that and do like really cool stuff. But if you haven't seen it, The Beauty is like, the concept is like an STD that makes you hot, that makes you beautiful and stuff, but also may give you a chance of exploding.
Okay.
So there's that whole risk reward thing going on there.
Right.
And it also plays to like your ego and like all these kind of mortality kind of things. So like, I think it's really cool. It's a really like it's a cool spin off of to me, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
And that whole vibe.
Heck yeah.
So if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend.
I think Expanse is on my knit list for next because y'all keep
Oh
talking.
yes.
So
yeah, totally watch The Expanse because you'll actually binge The Expanse pretty fast. It's awesome.
maybe.
Belt a holder.
I will have some time over my birthday. Let's put it that way.
When is your birthday?
It's in March.
Okay.
And my husband will be out of town, so I'm going to be by myself. And think I'm going to do like a movie marathon, and I'm going to do like Death of a Unicorn and like Toxic Avenger.
Yes, I've seen both of those. Those are pretty fun.
So,
Death of a Unicorn's really, really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Like it's kind of different, but also it's kind of like I don't know, anything with Paul Rudd on it right now. It's kind of like It's so interesting, like the kind of characters he gravitates toward and plays.
Yes. Well, I love him. I love like role models, and then
Yes, I love him in role models. That was great.
and
That
then
was also a good one for what's his name? Shit.
Jack Black.
No, he wasn't in role models.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Anaconda.
Yeah,
Right.
Anaconda.
The Stifler characters. Yeah.
Yeah, Anaconda was so fun.
Never not be Stifler. Yes.
It had like, to me, it kind of had, it was more humorous and less gory. And it
Oh
had
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
but it still kind of had like some Cocaine Bear vibes for me, like that
Nah, I need to watch Cocaine.
campy kind of humor mixed with like a little bit of horrific things happening.
Yeah.
That is my mom. Hi, Mom.
Aw.
It's Mom.
That's awesome.
It's Mama there.
Heck yeah. Sure.
She's up in Ohio with my brother.
Cool. I don't think I knew you had a brother.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of three.
Oh, that's right.
Although I don't technically claim the oldest because I think my sister sometimes is the more mature one. So
Yeah, it's a girl thing.
I think she came out of the womb like being 30 years old.
Right? Me too. It was very similar. But I was the oldest of four, so.
Yeah. I was always I'm not going to grow up.
Peter Pan syndrome.
Oh, yes. For most of my life. But I don't know. Having a kid will, get you grow up pretty quick. But I was so proud of her because she was actually at the karaoke night that I went to recently.
Yeah.
And like didn't know each other was going to be there, but just
Oh, that's awesome.
Both ended up at the same karaoke.
That's
and
awesome.
I was so proud of her because she just belted it. Like she can belt these.
Got a good set of pipes.
Great. Yeah. That's
awesome.
She was
really cool.
She was pretty great. She's a fantastic singer, and I really hope that she keeps pursuing that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I sing by myself in my studio when no one else is around.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
I mean, yeah, there's metal involved, but
are you gonna sing in this studio? Like, or is it?
I was today because she's closed on Mondays, and I was here most of the day, and the acoustics in this room are actually pretty darn good. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun. Although I won't do it when other people are around.
So I'm excited. I think Wednesday I'm getting a fountain pen. Somehow, like, talked me into trying out like that cheap fountain pen. So I'm gonna try a fountain pen, see how I like it.
He definitely loves his pens.
Yeah.
Which
well,
is cool.
I think there's like there's people like who just like naturally gravitate like towards like line work, and then there's people. There's painters. Like I just have to like realize that like I think my first love that I fell in love with was comic book art and like doing things like that. Like I've since moved on to like different styles of art that I love, but like the comic book, the inking, the line work, all that was like my first love,
Of course.
And I think it comes across in my line work a little bit, but
your line work is so clean.
It's really not. It is a scratchy, chaotic mess, but that's the beauty of it. I think that's where like it's not clean, but yet you can still it still brings people joy. You know, it has this like almost this chaotic quality to a lot of my sketching and line work, or
Yeah.
whimsy. Like everybody says it's clean, it's like it's really not.
Well, I think it just comes with like the concepts that you're drawing come across well, and you can tell you get a lot of love out of it. I think that's more what it is, and less that like the line work itself may not be as clean, but
Right.
I think the concepts come across better in your sketchbook stuff.
Yeah, I think they do too. I think they do
No way
too.
that
It's
comes
like,
through.
and I've thought about like I need to scan because I don't have a scanner. I need to scan more of my work
Mm-hmm.
into Procreate and try just putting like a tonal color or something, but keeping the line work there. That may have I might have to just hand draw Honey Fuzz the Wizard Bear and then like add some like splashes of color in there.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing with my children's book is not doing it digitally, doing it traditionally. Um, yeah, I should get on that too. So many projects to do.
So little time, but we'll get it done. We'll do her. We'll get her
Oh,
done.
get her done. If I can get settled somewhere, that would be like I'm excited to be working in the studio for that alone. Is like I won't be at home. I won't be able to like go sit down and be like, I'm gonna watch this 20-minute YouTube video and then I'll go work. And then like 2 hours later I'm still watching 20-minute YouTube videos. So that's kind of like exciting. Like I
You're like
think
stuck there. You're stuck there. You're stuck
yeah,
locked
like
in.
I think exactly.
You still
Like
have a phone. You
the
still have a computer. Mhm.
oh, I have my iPad here, but I need to get it. That's why I'm streaming on my phone tonight. I need to get a. I think I'm just gonna get like a cheap like $200 laptop that I can't
Yeah,
put WoW on. Not that I play WoW during the day, but
that's what I have. I have a laptop that I bought for $100 from the school.
nice, yeah,
And it works. It does what it needs to do when it needs to do it. So
yeah. It would just be for streaming and like emails for my agent since I'm still doing that. Although I did bring a. I bought a keyboard and a mouse that goes with the iPad a while ago, and I brought it in, and I think I might be able to do that, but I can't plug a camera into my iPad, so that's kind of where I need the computer. But yeah, I'm excited about maybe having more time and getting more work done. That would be nice. And I'm not at home, so people can't be like, "Oh, she's just at home. We'll go say hello." Not that a lot of people do that, but
it's enough that it's an issue.
yeah. Well, in calling, all of my friends live not all of them, but a huge chunk of my friends are artists and don't live in Ruidoso. So you know, calling and talking to them on the phone for hours is something that happens a lot too. And being here and not being able to just like talk on the phone for hours
Mm-hmm.
because I'm in a more public space,
Mm-hmm.
I think will help. We shall.
Where's your next show going to be at?
It's a local show. It's the tattoo convention at the Inn of the Mountain Gods, which is the casino here.
Tattoo convention. Interesting.
Yeah. So they're doing a live painting contest. And I will be live painting. So if you come vote for me because the winning prize is like $1,200, and that would be helpful.
Go vote for
So
Carla. You heard it. Go vote for Carla.
go vote for me. If you go to the convention, you automatically get a vote. So, but I'll be there. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's the 27th, 28th, and the 1st of March. And then I don't have anything until Norman, Oklahoma, which is in April, which is the second weekend of April this year, I think, because of Easter. I guess Easter's really early.
Hmm. Cool.
And Norman is my big show. That's the big, like, they can pull 300,000 people in that weekend.
Holy shit.
It's huge.
Norman's not that far away from me either.
I was going to say, it's in Oklahoma. You could come see me. I can pay you and you can come work my booth.
When is that?
I think it's around April 10th.
April 10th.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday and Sunday are the busy days. Friday's usually pretty mellow. But so keep it in mind. What I would like to do is Norman, and then like the weekend after that is Great Plains, which is there in Kansas, and I've done that one before. But
You've done Great Plains before?
yeah, but it's been like
Because you asked me about it, I didn't know if you had or not.
yeah, it was like 15 years ago, and supposedly like there's a spring one and a fall one, and one of them was better than the other, and I cannot remember which is which. Which is I think what I was asking.
I think the
about.
spring one's going to be better than the fall one because, well, it depends. Some people will be looking for Christmas stuff, but a lot more people will have their tax returns back in spring.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that usually loosens people up with their pocketbooks a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But it would be nice to just, just like stay in Oklahoma for the week and then go up and do that one and then come home. And then I'm getting, 2 shows for almost the cost of one, because then I'm not paying gas or whatever to get back out there again.
Cool.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of something I would like to do. I was talking to my friend Lisa who does corsets, and she said that, if I ended up going that route, she would probably do it too, and then we could split a hotel or something like that. So
yeah. I think I might be a little bit done for the night because I'm done with this sketch, but I'm a little exhausted from work today, so I think I'm going to just chill.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and call this stream then. So
all right. Thanks everybody for coming out.
You guys have a good night. Thanks.
See you next Monday.
Bye.